Alright everyone, welcome back again to some more Umineko. You know, I've been very curious about asking you guys this question because it never occurred to me until now to ask, but how did you guys first discover Umineko? You know, and how did you feel about the first two episodes and up until the present point I'm up to currently, you know? I want to hear your thoughts about that too because I know you guys are just waiting and itching to find out how I will react to this coming app as it comes to an end, and the upcoming 4 to 8 especially. But yeah guys, like, it's been on my mind, and I know you guys have had questions for me, and now I'm posing them all to you as well, so you can leave them in the comment section and let me know what you think. I'm very curious, if anything. So we're gonna continue on where we last left off, so if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you all for the love and support, and let's continue onwards. Alright everyone, welcome back again.
私が魔女として初めて捧げる最初の生贄に選ばれたことを光栄に思うがいい。第2の番に寄り添う二人を私がこの手で引き裂く。
The first thing the new Beatrice wished. No, the first magic she tried to use was to surpass the limitations given to humans. In particular, gravity. She wanted to become fully aware of her transformation into a witch by being released from those shackles. As the witch and Rosa stayed as they were, the ground retreated all by itself into the distance below them. By now, their feet were no longer attached to the ground. Rosa finally realized that the ground hadn't retreated into the distance below her, but that she and the witch had been sucked up into the rainy sky. To humans shackled by gravity, there is nothing more unnerving than not having their feet on solid earth. However, to Beatrice, who had learned the joy of being released from gravity as a new witch, it was enough to cause her whole body to shake with delight.
ねえローザ、昔小さい頃魔女になって空が飛べたらなって話したことあるの覚えてる？叶ったよ。私が本当の魔女になって叶えてあげたわ。やめてよ。夢なら覚めて。あなた言ったわ。夢の中で空を飛んだって。そして覚めたくなかったとも言ったわ。起こした私を恨んだともね。安心して。今度は覚めないわよ。いや。
Come dance with me in the vast rainy sky. Didn't we wish together to fly like seagulls in the sky and escape the cramped and boring island of Okenjima? Now I'll make that dream a reality for you. That is why I want to share this joy with you and no one else.
楽しいね、ローザ。楽しいね。見てごらん、眼下を。私たちのお屋敷ってあんなにも小さいわ。あんな小さな場所で私たちはどれほどの長い時を過ごしたのかしら。その狭さとちっぽけさに今こそ本当に呆れるわ。だからこそ感じて、楽しんで、喜んで。私たちが憧れた大空を自由にする力を。さあ踊ろうよ、ローザ。雨の中を、風の中を。私たちは踊るように飛び回ろう。稲光が私たちを照らして祝福してくれるわ。
The witch and Rosa were like leaves fluttering around in the whirlwind. As the rain pounded upon every part of their bodies as the lightning occasionally shone upon them, they shook with joy of being released from the ground. However, it was only that way for the witch. Rosa was holding onto her head, voicelessly screaming over and over.
やめて！許して！私を下へ下ろして！
You don't want that, Rosa. Not from her.
そうね。人間は大地を這うのがお似合いね。なら地上におかわりなさい。
A slightly displeased expression rose to the witch's face when she realized that her own joy was not being shared, and she decided to listen to her former sister's request. The whirlwind that had been making Rosa dance around grew weaker, then stopped. In other words, Rosa was once again bound by the restrictions of gravity as a human. Following the laws that were originally correct, Rosa began to descend towards the ground upside down. No, she began to fall.
いけない。そうか、ちゃんと下ろしてあげないとこういうことになるのね。
The witch hand intended to send Rosa plummeting, but she still wasn't used to using magic. After plummeting about 100 meters into a rose bush, as a very, very natural result, Rosa died instantly. You splattered your sister, what the hell? But the witch hand intended to kill her, so she willed for Rosa not to die. When she did, gold butterflies coiled around Rosa's body, reviving that life just as the witch had wished. Rosa's body, which had laid out a radial carpet of fresh blood, rapidly returned to normal. The broken and crushed bones returned to normal. The torn and smashed flesh returned to normal. How easy it is to break things in this world, and how difficult it is to fix them. Anyone can take a life, but no human can revive a lost life. By surpassing the irreversible, one proves that they have surpassed humans. This surely gave her much, much greater realization that she was a witch than flying through the sky had.
すごい。死んだ命をも私は蘇らせられるの？
もちろんですとも。ベアトリーチェ様はすでに無限の魔女であらせられますよ。生きることも死すことも生かすことも殺すことも全ては無限に繰り返される。その輪廻を支配する女王こそが無限の魔女であられるベアトリーチェ様なのです。
金魚鉢を落としたことがあるわ。涼しげな美しい鉢が割れてしまって二度と元に戻らなかった。床に叩きつけられた可愛いデメキンは二度と泳ぐ姿を見せてくれなかった。私がいくら泣いても使用人たちは壊れたものと死んだものは蘇らせられないと首を横に振ったっけ。あの時学んだのよね。物は壊しちゃいけない、人は殺しちゃいけないって。だって直せないんだもん。じゃあ直せるなら壊しても怒られないということでしょ。すごいすごいすごいすごい。
I'm beginning to think that one of the prerequisites to becoming a witch is to have a diabolical laugh. For a while, the witch became intoxicated with how terrible and wonderful the power she had succeeded was. Her laugh was pure, innocent, and also cruel. Oh, she did revive Rosa. I thought it was hard to revive someone, even if you're a witch. Even though Rosa had been revived, she let out a cry of anguish at the pain from her fall. The witch landed in front of her and held out her hand.
すまないわね、ローザ。空を飛ぶのがこんなに楽しいとは思わなかったわ。ごめんなさい。本当にごめんなさい。そして人間がこんなに脆く死ぬとも知らなかったの。でも生き返らせてあげたからもう平気。だから起きて。私ともっと遊びましょう。
Wow. What were those dreams you told me about when you were a kid? Go ahead and tell me about all of them without holding back. As I am now, I can make anything come true no matter how absurd. I can let you drown in an ocean of jelly. I can swallow you up in a mountain of cake. I can even make you grow butterfly wings and let you fly around the garden. I'll do them one after another. Let's start with the ocean of jelly, okay?
やめて
Rosa was once again thrown high into the rainy sky. However, the sky wasn't filled with raindrops, but with drops of orange juice. When she looked down, Rosa had to doubt her eyes. The rose garden had disappeared and the ground spread out beneath her and was like a pastel-colored jigsaw puzzle. It was from the dream she had talked about when she was young, an ocean of jelly. The black part was coffee jelly. The red was strawberry. The yellow was pineapple. The green was melon. What was the white part? Apple, perhaps? Did Rosa even have the time to think about something like that? Rosa fell towards the multicolored ocean. And sank deep into a grape-flavored purple sea. It really was an ocean of jelly. It had no bottom. As Rosa sank, she was shocked to see a school of transparent fish swimming through the grape jelly ocean. They were probably made of grape skin. Then she sank on and on, deeper and deeper, as deep as the Mariana Trench. Compressed tight by the water pressure of the jelly ocean as her ribs crushed and crunched, as her spine snapped and cracked. In the end, she had become a small, frail meatball. She's gonna kill her sister endlessly, huh?
ジェリーの海で溺れ死ねるなんて本当に素敵な体験よね。誰にも真似できない夢、私が叶えてあげた。
The instant I snapped my fingers, the meatball that had been Rosa was launched up into the sky. After being enveloped in a golden brilliance, she returned to her original form. It was simple and easy as returning dried seaweed to its original form, and anyone could do it. If they were a witch. That vacant look on Rosa's face had to be because of the joy from having that dream she had given up on as a child made into reality. Definitely. Probably. Next is the mountain of cake. In an instant, the sky was covered and became a pattern black and white like a chessboard. That almost transparent white part was her favorite gelatin cheesecake. The elegant black part was a slightly bitter gâteau au chocolat. Gâteau au chocolat? I'm probably butchering it. They were a ceiling. They were a mountain. And those several billion cakes were thrown down towards Rosa. If you piled those cakes up, they would surely be taller than Everest. So they probably weighed, I'm not too sure, but it was probably heavier than all the cakes across Japan put together. It fell down like a ceiling and swallowed Rosa up, so as a very, very natural result, Rosa was crushed to death. That's like the third time she died in one go. In less than a second, her bones broke throughout her body and her insides were all smashed and forced out. And yet still, an even greater number of cakes piled up on top, and Rosa ended up as a layer of jam wedged between the cakes. She became as thin as a single hair and was probably smashed out into the area of a tennis court. That world swallowed up by cake was once again absorbed by a golden flash. Then, as though it had all been a dream, Rosa was revived once again. I wonder how Maria is taking all this, if she's enjoying it, or if she's really worried for her mother. Of course, it definitely wasn't a dream. She had been revived after dying. By that point, death, which most humans only have to experience once after they are born, had already been experienced repeatedly by Rosa. In other words, she had gone through that which humans cannot. The precious experience of dying more than once. That's a disturbing laugh.
楽しいね、ローザ。楽しいね。次は蝶々だよ。ほら。もう許して。も ダメー。もっと遊ぼうよ。もっと遊ぼう。
Laughing innocently, she pointed her gold staff at Rosa as she begged for mercy. When she did, Rosa glittered gold and rapidly began to shrink. She shrank down to the size of a real butterfly. Then gold wings sprouted from her back and she joined her fellow gold butterflies. However, while a human body could withstand this wind, it was a different matter for a butterfly's body. The gold butterfly Rosa was invited to dance by each gale of wind, and she spun in circles around the rose garden.
Oh yeah!
I didn't know she could still talk in butterfly form, by the way. A gentle bed caught her as she tired from dancing. There was a soft knit hammock in the shadows beneath the roof of the arbor. The owner of that hammock lumbered into view, welcoming its rare guest who had wandered in on a stormy night. That owner, which should have been small enough to crush in the palm of your hand, now looked as big as the top of a canopy bed to Rosa.
を見つけては石粒を投げつけて遊んだの覚えてる？雲って獲物をかじるんじゃなくて毒液を刺して中身をドロドロのスープに溶かしてからすするんだって聞いたことがあるわ。ねえローザ覚えてる？わざと蝶々をクモの巣に放ってどうクモが襲うか眺めて遊んでた時のこと覚えてる？覚えてないわね。あなた小学校に上がる前だったと思うもの。今度はよく見れるわよ。しげしげとね。許して姉さん、助けて姉さん。
あいつやるな。実に自由に魔法を使いこなす。面白い面白い面白い面白い。バトラも笑えるだろう。
ふざけんな。もう止めろ。何が楽しいんだよ。おかしい。てめえおかしいぞ。こんなことをして何が楽しいってんだ。
あんなに楽しそうじゃないかよ。無理もない。魔法は楽しいもんな。思い出すよ。わらわも魔法が使えるようになった時はすっごくはしゃいだもんさ。ああ、わかるぜわかるぜ。あのはしゃぎっぷりが心の底からわかるさ。この喜びや感動、バートラには共感できないんだろうな。ああ、残念残念。バトラだってわらわを認めればいつだって魔法を教えてやるぞ。人間の束縛を逃れた瞬間の喜びは筆舌に尽くしがたい。そなたに教えてやりたいよ。あの喜び、あの感動。 そなたの生み出す魔法の世界もぜひ一度見てみたいものだ。楽しくなってきただろう。魔法が使いたくなってきただろう。魔女もなかなかに楽しいものであるぞ。そなたには特別に教えてやる。一緒に空を飛ぶ喜びとか、一緒に海を潜る喜びとか、人間の制約を超えた瞬間に知る世界がどれほどに広かったのかという感動をそなたにも教えてやる。そしたら楽しいだろうな。
There was no malice in Beato's expression. It was hard to believe, but she was genuinely enjoying this cruel show. And she thought she was sharing her appreciation with Battler. Battler was aghast at that vastly, hopelessly different measure of value.
信じられねえ。てめえ、絶対変だぞ。もうやめろ、チキシャー。ワルギリア、このおかしな茶番を止めさせるんだ。どうすりゃいいんだ。
私たちは番外の存在です。盤上には触れられません。
Virgilia shook her head apologetically. She was the one who had already been killed. Did that mean she couldn't interfere in any way? As Beato continued to enjoy it in a crazy sort of way, Battler lifted her up by the collar and yelled at her.
やめろやめろやめろー。いい加減にしろ、魔女め。あれがエヴァおばさんだってのか。ありえない。俺の知ってるエヴァおばさんは確かに意地悪なとこも少しはあったけど、こんな残酷なことをする人じゃ断じてありえない。すべてお前のまやかしだ。ローザおばさんをもてあそぶな。エヴァおばさんをもてあそぶな。今すぐこの茶番を止めさせろ。
だからローザと遊んでいるのはもうわらわではないというに、新しきベアトリーチェだというに、そんなにギャーギャーわめくほどに残酷か。そなたもこういうの実は結構好きだろうが。実はちょっぴり魔法に興味を持ってきて。何をする。
For the first time, Battler slapped Beato across the cheek. Beato didn't know why something like that would be done to her, and a stunned expression rose to her face. Battler found that expression even more unforgivable, and he roared.
ああ、これが面白いだ。お前の頭はどうなってんだ。死ね。頭を輪切りにしててめえで覗いてみろ。絶対に中身がごっそり抜けてるぜ。今すぐやめさせろ。この悪趣味な茶番をやめさせるんだ。俺はお前を許さない。よくもこんな残酷なことを。お前のこと少しでも笑えるやつだと思ったこともあったが、俺はもう二度と勘違いしない。お前はただ残酷なだけの怪物だ。俺の前に現れるな。二度とだ。お前を認めない、お前と話さない、お前の顔など見たくもない。聞こえたか。俺の前に現れるな。お前なんか消えてしまえ。
The instant Battler screamed, the power that resisted the witch became a red wall which repelled Beato, knocking her back onto her butt. Oh, so he does have magic.
なんだというのだ。面白い見物ではないかよ。
She spoke as though making an excuse, but the person who those words were directed at, Battler, was no longer there. His figure had suddenly disappeared into the darkness, but Beato pouted her lips and continued trying to explain herself.
そりゃ確かにちょっとあれかなとは思うが、こんなの無邪気ないたずら程度であろう。どう殺そうが 結局は生き返らせておるではないか。人間は終わりさえ良ければ何でも良い生き物ではなかったのか。のう、お師匠様。そこまでへそを曲げられるものでもあるまいに。
She was hoping for approval, but Virgilia simply faced her with an indifferent expression. To Bieto, at that moment, even an exasperated face would probably have seemed better.
私から特に言うことはありません。あなたが楽しいと思うなら、いつまでも見続けていると良いでしょう。終わったら呼びなさい。それまで私も姿を消します。
Following Battler's lead, Virgilia hid herself in the darkness. Left sitting there on her own, Bieto didn't have a clue what was going on and felt like she had been made out to be the bad guy.
なんだよ。面白いショーじゃないかよ。ちょっとは悪趣味かもしれないけど、割と面白いじゃないかよ。なあ、ロノウェ。あそこまで怒るほどじゃないよな。
お嬢様の面白いが、バトラ様にも面白いとは限りませんよ。
わらわはそんなにも嫌われておるか。そりゃ確かに対戦相手だから敵同士ではあるが、座興笑い合いのほどわらわたちは不仲だというのか。
You both have different views on entertainment right now.
バトラと一緒に拍手できたように、一緒にゲラゲラ笑い合えると思ったのに、その程度のことすらわらわは拒絶されるというのかよ。魔女だと認めぬのはいいさ。それを競い合うゲームなんだから。でもよ、顔も見ない、話もしないって、無視はいくらなんでもないだろう。
Wow, I've never seen her make that face before.
わらわはそんなにも嫌われ者なのかよ。
She doesn't realize she's killing his family over and over.
これまでお嬢様は十分に嫌われるだけの指し手をいたしました。悪魔の私でさえバトラ様の気持ちが少しは分かろうというもの、それが理解できぬのはお嬢様が特に鈍感が過ぎるのではないかと。
うるさいうるさいうるさいうるさい。お前も消えてしまえ。
はい、かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Even Ronov hid himself in the darkness and Bieto was left alone. The only one in the rainy rose garden. No one would play with a lonely witch. Because no one would play with her, she was a lonely witch.
なんだよ。なんでわらわと誰も遊んでくれないんだよ。そんなにわらわは変かよ。残酷かよ。
Yes.
誰か返事しろよ。
That's the simple answer. You are cruel. And the worst part is you don't even know it.
楽しいね、ローザ。楽しいね。さあ、次は何をして遊ぶ？もちろん、マリアも一緒に遊んであげるわ。みんなで仲良くお散歩しよう。煮えたぎるチョコレートの鍋を泳いで、ケーキ膨らむオーブンの中をピクニックしよう。
Why is your version of fun involve nothing but death or torture?
No, 新しきベアトリーチェ。
Behind the witch who was continuing her spree of tragedy, Bieto showed herself. Her expression was very rare for her. It was kind of restrained, somehow unreliable, miserable.
これは仙台ベアトリーチェ様、ご覧くださりましたか？魔法の力は本当に素晴らしい。魔女に生まれ変わることができたことを今ほど楽しいと思ったことはありません。 まるでいつまでも終わらぬお遊戯の時間のよう。さあ、先代様もご一緒に遊びましょう。
Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. This has been hard to read and watch at the same time, just because Rosa was just repeatedly dying non-stop. I never thought of all the people, Rosa would be the one tortured the most at the moment, especially. But again, we have a couple more episodes to go through, so that could just as easily change right now. But I do like the fact that Bieto is starting to, you know, have some semblance of feelings, I guess, or a heart. So if anything, we're going to continue on in the next one. So thank you all for watching.